A lot of you have been waiting for this moment for a long time. I am here to give you what you want. I'm here to tell you I have given up. I have surrendered. For a couple of years now, I have been very strong. And I have looked straight ahead and I have said no. I have spoken and said no, don't do that. I've spoken out and said no, I do not consent. But I have now given in. And my situation is now different. A couple of years back, maybe it was 18 months ago, I can't remember when, I made a video about COVID-19 saying how my strategy to deal with the virus was pretty simple and I recommend everyone else do the same. And my strategy was to speak to the virus, assume it's rational, and say, hey man, whoa, stop. Don't enter my body. I do not consent to this. And for 2 years, over 2 years, that has worked for me. I told it, no, don't do this. And it listened. Because as I kept trying to tell people, but people were trying to make fun of me, the virus was respectful of my boundaries. It listened. It was a nice guy, gal, whatever gender it is. It was respectful. It listened to my consent. And so it didn't enter my body. But this past week that all changed. And not because the virus stopped being respectful, but because I thought, hey, everyone around me is getting COVID. So many people have got this thing. And I'm feeling like the odd one out. I wanna try it out. And hey, COVID's been so respectful to me. Like, I may as well, I've been putting it off for long enough. I was like, it's time to tango, COVID. It's time to go. It's time for you to come inside. We might not have been ready at first. We were maybe in the friend zone. But now I'm ready to get down and dirty with you, COVID. And I said, I consent. And within a couple of days, we now have a positive test. But me being who I am, Reynolds, I'm made of sterner stuff than a lot of you weaklings, a lot of you wusses out there. I feel like I've got a very mild cold. My nose is a little bit blocked. That's me blowing through my nose. Honestly, I've had worse colds. I've had worse hangovers. And I don't even get hungover. I've been hungover like twice in my life. I feel more rough after drinking a bottle of wine and waking up the next morning and I'm like, oh, I feel a little bit tired. I don't want to do anything today. I feel worse when I've had other issues like stomach issues or like this isn't. It's very mild. And it's because I'm made of sterner stuff. And so let that be a lesson to everyone out there. When I tell you something, believe me. Tell COVID no. Tell it you don't consent, and you will not catch it. It worked for me for over 2 years, but people tried to laugh at me and say, that doesn't work. Well, it did work. It did work, dummy. It worked for me, and I only caught it after I consented. So start not consenting, tell it you don't consent, and you won't catch it. And if you do catch it, don't be a little bitch. Try and, there has never been a better time. I've said this before. There has never been a better time to stop being you and to start trying to be more like Reynolds. COVID included.